Hello and welcome to Medieval Dynasty. Well, we went to sleep at the end of spring and it's a case of we've got an event. It says hunting incident. Now, I don't really have much choice here. It's a case of somebody got accidentally shot, it seems. So someone's going to end up being less productive. So I wonder who it's going to be. Oh, Edmund. Oh, Struth, we only just got Edmund as well. He's our new our new farmer. So he's now working 3% less efficient. Oh, foobar. Well, he's given us some compensation of 200 coins, but I mean, in the grand scheme of it, he could produce a lot more than that because he's making flax for us. Anyway, we'll have to accept what happened. So now we're into summer. So, oh, there's a little tyke there. Right, so all of this lot is now ready for harvest. So that's for poor Edmund to try and sort out. I mean, we've got a lot of onions to be harvested. We're growing oats. We're growing cabbages over here. So these are ready to collect. The onions are ready to collect. We've got a flax in the other field. I'll just have a look over there. So all our flax is ready to be harvested. So the plan is I want all that harvested this season so we can then use it for next season, whatever seeds we get. I mean, I'll thrash it out to get a bit of XP, but any surplus will then sell, and I want to be able to sell it this season. So I want to buy a piglet. I need another piglet. The cabbages are ready to harvest. So the plan for those is we'll just basically drop those on the floor at the end of this season and they'll become rot for the next season. Our oats, well, they still take another month, so they'll be getting harvested next month. And the onions, on the other hand, can be harvested this month. So, yeah, there's plenty for Edmund to do. Unfortunately, it's a case of, yeah, he's not going to be as productive as he was before. Anywho, quest-wise, I mean, we've still got this main chapter to do. We've got Alwin's story to continue. We've got Uniegost's story to continue as well. But I really want somebody to look after the little pig over here. I mean, I've got no money left. Well, other than that 200 was gained. I mean, I managed to sort of like rustle together enough money because I did find some extra flaxseed when I was doing my searching in the last season for somebody. Now, what I'm hoping is folks have moved around and we've actually now got somebody who can, well, somebody who can actually do this job. So I'm just going to put them away, put that out of the way as well. I mean, I suppose I could sell that cudgel. I'll put that away. So there's some bags there for Edmund to work with. Now, there's no, last time I checked, there was no more arrows. So I don't know how much money I'm going to have at the end of this harvest from the flax. So I might end up, I mean, we're only getting so many arrows at a time off the blacksmith, so I might end up making my own. Just out of curiosity, how much feathers have we got? So we've got tons of feathers. I mean, sticks, probably got a lot of sticks, I'd imagine, as well. So it's just the stone. So we'll probably end up spending a lot of time having to look for stones to be able to make a lot of arrows to then sell to buy our little piggy. But it really depends as well as how much we can get out of the flax, because last time we got about 148 flax out of that 10 by 10 field. But I want to go on another tour while I'm getting started. I think I'm tempted to actually start doing quests, because some of these quests you can actually earn money. But there is a quest nearby. Somebody around here actually has a quest for us. It is interesting, I must admit, where sometimes I end up with people who've got most of the quests end up in my own village, but that's quite amusing. Oh, chances are she probably wants something to be able to do a hunt because she's our hunter.
Hey, old friend.
Hello, so what's your problem today? What can I do for you? Oh, you lost your bow. So for that, we'll get production technology. So there's no money in it, but that is something I really like. Something I could really do with. In which case, there you go. You can have our bow. And here's what I prepared earlier, because I made 2 of them. So that just made my day. Sometimes they ask for knives, the hunters. Sometimes they'll ask for bows, sometimes they ask for arrows. But yeah, I'm going to do a bit of a tour. I don't think there's anybody else in the area wanted any quests. I mean, there's 2 down there, 3 down there, so there's not a great deal of them available. So there's 1 over in Verona, 1 in Tutki, and 2 in Rolnica. So it depends what they ask for. But we're going to stop off at Gustovia, at least first, because I want to find if I can find somebody to take over this job of looking after the little pigs. You coming out to play? Yeah, he's going to go for a little wander around. Yeah, I mean, what I could do now, I mean, I could build a fence around here, because now they've actually introduced gates. Before you didn't have them. So I could build a fence around here with a gate, and then that way, whoever looks after the little pig can get in and out. Hopefully the pig isn't clever enough to be able to figure out how to open the gate, but to be fair, pigs are clever. Aha! We've found somebody. So we're over in Gostovia, and that's Huberda. So she's got level 3 in hunting and level 3 in farming. It's really the farming I need, so we're going to hire her.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. So, do you want to join our little crew? Yes. Yes, she's going to join us. So, she's going to head back to the village. So what I need to do, I mean, we're actually running out of water over there, which is a bit of a pain. I mean, while I actually came over here, because Edmund's working in the field, he's pushed us now into that 500 point zone. So we've now got the schema for the goose house unlocked as well. Just double checking I haven't missed any points out in my travels. Yeah, that's all covered. So yeah, I mean, we're still a long ways to go before we get to go back to the farming. If we go back to like about 2,000 for the stable. But the main thing is, now that we've got her on board, I'll put her into that new house that I've just built. So there's nobody living there. And I'm going to assign her to look after the pigs. Or in our case at the minute, it's just a pig. It's a little piglet. So I do need to actually set up some instructions for her, though, to collect the manure. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. Just collect manure. So she'll basically feed the piglet. So we'll have to supply the animal feed at the moment. Once we start getting the oats and the rye, we can actually start producing our own. But until then, we're going to have to buy it off a vendor. I mean, you can still buy the oat grain and the rye grain, I suppose. That's one alternative. But at least that's got us off to a start. I mean, there's no specific rush to get another piglet, to be honest, because it's a case of, you know, there's another little piglet, a female over there. So as long as I could probably get one this season, that's enough for me. But what I want to do is just progress on with the quest. So I'm actually going to go over to here, over to Borrow, because Unicost's got a quest I want to get on with. But I also then want to go do these other quests over here. So there's about another few quests there. The idea is, the way I like to play it is that you've got all of these quests, side quests available. Some of them will get you money. Some of them will get you reputations. Some of them will get you certain items, for example. It's more the technology I'm interested in. There's sometimes one, maybe more, that will give you different types of technology. Ideally, I'm looking for one where, like a farmer's, for instance, says they want to chop their trees down to make room for farming, because that'll get me farming technology. Now, I like to do that at the start of the season, because these will expire at the end of the season. We've got to get them completed before the end of the season. So I like to go around, do all of the quests as soon as I can, and then get back to doing whatever I'm going to do back at the village. So the plan is, we'll go over to do Uniegost's quest. I'm then going to call it back in my own village because they need some water, and then we'll carry on going around that way, and eventually we'll end up working our way right the way around there, doing all these different quests. The only thing is, sometimes you'll run into a quest where you can't do it. It might ask you for something you can't provide, so you're not at that technology level. You might have like somebody ask for like a recurve bow or something, or an iron crossbow or something basically you would have to pay to actually supply. Now if you've got the money, that's not really a problem, but if it's a case of you just can't afford it, yeah, you're going to be stuck. And if the quest can't be completed by the end of the season, you actually, you forfeit the quest, but you also lose Dynasty Reputation or Dynasty Reputation. And the problem with that is that limits how many people you can actually recruit. I mean, we've got quite a bit of it at the moment, and when we eventually get around to doing Chapter 8, we'll get a lot more as well, but it's just something to bear in mind when you're doing these quests. So I do like to go around and get these things out of the way as soon as possible at the start of a season, and then focus on whatever it is I was going to do in the time that I've got left. So we need to go over and sort out this. Well, we need to get Unigost's scythe back. Right then, so we need to go and have a chat with Ida over here and ask her about Unigost's scythe. There she is over there. Right, yeah, so I want Unigost's scythe. Oh, whoa, 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 what? You won it? What? He just said he wanted it back? Well, how do I get it back then? Oh, buy it or play for it. Okay, well, what's the game then? Oh, so he lost it to a game of riddles, and we need to win it back with a game of riddles. Fine. Well, what happens if I lose? Okay, right, fair enough. Okay, go for it. What disappears the second you say its name? Oh, silence. 5. Oh, there's more than one. Right. Feed me and I live, yet give me a drink and I die. What am I? Ah, a fire. Yeah, a fire. That's 3. I can fly, but I have no wings. I can cry, but I have no eyes. Wherever I go, darkness follows me. Ah, easy. That's a cloud. Because a cloud can rain. Yeah, and it floats through the sky, doesn't it, you see? And you do get, it gets dark and overcast. Yeah, it's a cloud. It's got to be. I'll be polite. Right, so that's that part done. So we need to call back in, deliver his scythe. But I definitely need to get back to the village and give them these folks some water, because the morale will be dropping probably. Yeah, morale's dropping because everyone's just running out of water. Because I do have a well there, and they're right next to a river, but I've got to supply that water. Right then, let's give Unicost his scythe back. So there you go. Okay, well, were there? Yeah. Yeah, I won the game of riddles, the one that you lost. Ooh, okay. Alright, okay, why? What have I done? The funny eyes and the stupid face. Okay, well, thanks very much. So I don't think I've got any financial benefit out of this, but I have at least got some more Dynasty Reputation. So right, he wants us to go and see Sambo. I mean, we've got 16 years to complete that. Well, 16 years to complete that one, 14 years to complete that one. That one doesn't have a deadline, so that's all right. But yeah, I need to head back to the village, and then we'll start back on our own side quests. I think I'll give Sambo a miss for now, because I'm more interested in getting these ones completed within this season. Right then, so I've been doing some chores back at the village, so we're actually in day 2 now. So we're over in Verona, and we're going to ask Sephora about a quest.
Hello, traveller.
No, I'm not. To be honest, I'm not really interested in running around hunting things at the moment, especially if it ends up involving things like wolves. So I think we'll give her a miss. I mean, I'm more interested in the production ones at the minute. Anything, well, I say production, anything that gives me technology. So I'm going to head over to Turkey, and I'm going to see if there's anything better over there. Okay, then, so we're now over at Turkey, and we've got a possible quest over here from Raymond.
How do you do?
Fine, thank you. Anything I can help you with, though? Okay, what do you need? Oh, okay, what do you need? If it's a bow, I'm going to have to buy some linen, I think, because I don't have a seamster yet. He wants a wooden spear. Oh, okay. Now that's kind of nuts. If you think of that, he wants a wooden spear, and we're going to get an iron spear in turn. I'm upset. Some of them just don't make sense. I'm assuming he doesn't really mind me chopping a tree down near his house. So basically, he's a vendor. You can buy. Oddly enough, you can buy things like bows off him. So I always find it kind of bizarre, like when a hunter who actually sells bows would ask you for a bow, and likewise when you've got your own villages, why somebody in your own village would ask you for like something like that when you're the one who's supplying them in the first place. Some of it is a bit strange, I must admit. But anyway. What was he going to give us again? He said, was there any money yet? Yeah, we're going to get 125 coin out of this, so there you go. Huzzah. Right, so there should be 2 quests over in Rolnica, so go and see if there's anything interesting over there then. Right then, so possible quest from Oleg here, so let's see what he wants.
Are you new here?
Kind of. I mean, I bought a pig here not long ago, but never mind. What can duty? Oh, right. That could be tricky, but I mean, worst case is I could always buy them. Because they don't usually want much, so he wants 1 carrot seed and 2 cabbage. The only reason I was going with that because I was thinking maybe I could get some sort of like, you know, technology out of it. But I think I've got some. I mean, we're into the 2nd day, so I can always come back. As long as I finish this off before the end of the season, I'm fine. So I'll put that to one side. Actually, I haven't said that. I'll check. Because I can actually check and see what's in storage. So he wanted 1 carrot. I'm pretty sure I've got carrot seeds. Trouble is I can't split them out from here. Yeah, 1 carrot, 2 cabbage. That's easy enough. 1 carrot, 2 cabbage. Yeah, that's easy enough. Right, so there should be somebody else who's got a quest around here somewhere. So it looks like it's the actual farmer, Edwin, who's on Nadar. It's Nadar over here. It's Edwin over in the stove here, and it's Edwin Nadar up here in Rolnica. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he's going to ask us to chop a lot of trees down, because that'll get us farming technology.
It's nice to meet you.
I've already met you, but never mind. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's just reputation. Now that's interesting. You've got 3 seasons. Okay, that's an interesting one. Right, so that one is up there. So if it's anything like I've heard before, it's a case of he'll want. I think it's a case of he's stopped making these pies or something, and it's a case of his other half. So like she was really enjoying the pies and she could do with them. All right, so it's not. Hang on a minute. Got the wrong quest highlighted. That's why. Right, so she's over here somewhere. So is this his other half? Alright, okay, so let's borrow what the problem is then. You got a problem, and apparently you sent me to sort it out. Yeah. Ah, yeah, it is. It's this fruit pie thing. So now I've got to go back and get him to make a fruit pie for the wife. It's just bizarre. And so he'll probably ask for berries if it's anything like before. Right, so you've got to make a fruit pie. There you go. Yeah, pretty much that's all she wants is a fruit pie. That's the big problem in your life, is you're not giving your other half a fruit pie, apparently. Right, he wants 5 berries. Now, I must admit I'm quite liking this because the inspector mode now actually includes things like berries. At least if you've got the skill enabled, which is... which one is it? Which one is it? That's a good point. Survival sense. I still need the other one, which is the hunting one. That's a good one, the tracker one, because that highlights animals, whereas the survival one, it used to be just the herbs and so on, but now it's a case of you're getting rocks, you're getting sticks. It's a lot better. So he wants just 5 berries, and that's it. I'm actually going to keep some. Speaking of which, I've just realised, Huberda. I need to update the herbalist. I need to get the herbalist to go and gather tons and tons of berries, because if I do that, we'll end up with a lot of berries in theory. Not that many, to be honest. She doesn't collect that many. We get close to about 1,000 just ourselves if we just spend a short period of time. I think she can get less than 100 or something. It's crazy. But she'll get better over time. That's a good thing. Once that survival skill goes up, she'll get a lot better. We should start to see more of this sort of thing. But yes, when it gets to summer, I really need to remember to reset this at the end of every season. I just keep forgetting to do it. So she's focused entirely on the wrong thing. Right, it needs to, there's no point collecting St. John's water. It should have been berries. I still can't believe you can't drag the slider. Right, just keep my finger down on that, and then we'll swap to berries. That's all we're interested in this season. I mean, there are other things out there I can get to find and gather, but I'm more interested in the berries. Because I say I can turn that into rotten. It saves me looking for manure. So she'll be able to get 75 a day. I mean, we can get way more of that in just a very, very short space of time. But anyway, we'll go and chat to Nadar, and then we'll get that quest sorted out. So we'll get to Dynasty Reputation, which is not too bad. So we've got 55 coins, which is okay. Now, oddly enough, the quest didn't complete as such, but oh, we've got to come back the next day. So it's just as well I came early, because otherwise, well, it says you've got 3 seasons to complete it, so that's not too bad. Anyway, so we need to finish that one by tomorrow. But I think that's it. I mean, I could go to Jezrika, I suppose, and then over to Horniger, because we're still in day 2. We haven't touched that one just because of the fact that it was, yeah, I don't want to go around hunting. Not until I got better gear. Right, so we're going to head out and see what we can find over in Jezrika. Right then, I think we've just about made it over to here in Jezrika with just about enough time to spare. Now, the person who's got the quest's just wading out into the water because he's obviously going to be doing some fishing. So I'm just going to actually ask him.
Hello, traveller.
What sort of quest or task he wants us to do. Depends. Ooh, I don't know. I'm kind of reluctant to do that because it'll probably end up being either wolves or boar, so I'm going to give that one a miss, to be honest. I mean, until I can get some decent weapons. I mean, before, just like stone arrows were perfectly fine, and now I'm having trouble with them, so... I mean, I suppose I've got an iron spear, which has got more damage in it. I mean, that one does 60 damage, say, like, versus 15, so that's a big difference. But at this stage of the game, I'm reluctant to do anything, quite frankly. That's the name of the game. It's like Medieval Dynasty. I mean, the idea is, like, once you die, that's it. That's the end of the story, unless you've got an heir. I do have an heir, but kid's not even one yet. So anyway, I think we need to head over to here, because I'm more interested to see. I'm really more interested in the technology ones than just going out getting money and so on. So we're going to head over to there, but I think by the time we get there, it's going to be dark anyway. In which case, I'll probably just camp out there, and then probably pick it up in the morning. now this is interesting. There's we've got 2 people wanting quests done. I'm just curious if I can actually ask them while they're still out.
An unfamiliar face.
Oh yes, we can. I thought they might have gone to
Welcome.
bed by now because it's nearly 20 to 8. But what do you need done? What's the problem? Oh no, I'm not going anywhere near wolves at this stage of the game. It'd be quite vicious. And I think there was one more person. Presbor over there. When it's the same, my main interest really, I mean, is the technology more than anything. So there's quite a few different quests you can get. Where the earth did Presbor go? Is that him over there? There he is. So he looks like a farmer, so I might be able to get the farming one off him.
An
hopefully.
unfamiliar face. Welcome.
Oh no, not again. No, I'm
How do
just
you
double
do?
check. I'm sure he said he wanted. No, I really can't be bothered with doing them ones. Not at this stage of the game. Right, so I think that's pretty much for this season. They're all asking for just hunting sort of quests, and I don't recall any of them specifically asking for production, well, technology experience basically. Just double checking because I kept a list of different tasks that you get. So there's yeah, none of those ones seem to give you any of that technology, and that's what I really wanted. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head back. I'll need to pick up some seeds, and then we'll be able to finish that quest at least over there. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's a bit disappointing. I'm going right the way around the map, not getting something like what I was looking for, which is the technology stuff, because you can get quite a bit of technology just by having people working in the farm, for example. But you can get a lot of technology points just by doing the quests. You also get like your diplomacy skill boosted by talking to people. Oh well, CLB. So we're going to head back, and then probably by the time I get back there, it'll be the next day, the final day. So just enough time to at least get the... Actually, I haven't said that. There's the pie one as well, isn't there? There's 2. There's one where we've got to find out what happens about this pie, and then the other one where they wanted the cabbage seeds. I mean, neither of them give you the technology points, but yeah, anything's better than nothing. Well, we're now into the final day of summer, and I'm heading over to Rolnica to where to hand in these 2 quests. So one is the carrots and the cabbages, or the seeds rather. So I'm not really expecting anything other than more or less just Dynasty Reputation for these 2. Yeah, that's all like there. Excuse me, what? So there's all like there. So there you go. There's your seeds. Okay, a skill update and a quest completion at the same time. That's like really in your face, or in my case, my ears. So getting an update in diplomacy for doing that. Now that gives me 2 points. I think I'll put 1 into diplomacy knowledge, because I always want to get more experience back. But I'm actually going to put 1 into barter, because what that gets me is cheaper selling prices. Well, if I say selling prices, cheaper buying prices, and higher selling prices. So yeah, that's useful. And then we get into the tier 3 ones, which at this particular stage I don't really see a need for, but I'm going to need to hand in the other one. Now, I actually thought that was Nadar, and it's not. It's Albert who's gave us in this quest. So I want to see what's happened since we got him to make a pie, apparently. Has that fixed his marriage? Okay, so by getting you to make a pie, we've saved your marriage. Okay, fair enough. That is just plain bizarre. Right, so Edwin managed to finish harvesting all the flax. I'm just seeing where he's up to now. So he's gone through all of the cabbages, and now he's up to harvesting the onions, it seems. So I'll leave him to that. I mean, it is the last day, but I'm going to see.
How have you been?
Fine, thanks. I'm going to try and sell off my flax, because this is what we've got left. I had 595 flax. Well, actually, I had a bit more than that. I've kept some to one side because some of the quests, they actually ask you for flax. So I didn't convert all of the flax into flax seed and flax stalks, but this is how much we've got left over. So I can only, oh, wow, I can only sell 237. You haven't actually got enough money to buy it all. Oh, well, that's actually quite handy, that then. Fair enough, okay. Thank you very much for that. In which case, I think we've also got our pig vendor down here, Amina. So I'll sell some more.
How is life treating you?
Fine now. I'll sell some more to her. Actually, tell you what I will do is I'm just gonna get rid of this wooden spear because I think I might max her out as well. I mean, I found a few bits and pieces along in my travels. While going over to Jezreel, I think I came across a bandit camp. There weren't any there, but I did find this iron axe. And there was some carts on the paths. So I've been able to get things like stone pickaxes, sickles and so on. But I wanted to sell off these 20 arrows that our smithy made. Now in terms of clothes, I did find some extra trousers, so I don't need another pair because these don't seem to wear out. Your tools seem to wear out, but not your actual equipment, your clothing, so I may as well sell them. I'll keep the rest. I'll keep the boots specifically for the winter. Alright, I think I'll just sell that flaxseed or as much as I can. So we've still got a spare amount of flaxseed then. So that's handy.
See you soon.
Yeah, well, it's debatable. I want to buy another little pig. So that's a male piglet. Honk honk to you too. Where's your little female friend? There should be a little female piglet around here somewhere. There she is. So she's actually cheaper than the one we bought before because of that bartering skill that we've got. So we'll buy her because I think the male that we bought in the last season was 1125, so she's 1050, so she's slightly cheaper. So we'll put her into there. So if we go back to our animals here, you can see we've now got two piglets. So I've got a male and a female. Now they both are half in terms of ages, and that's just basically because they were both born in the spring of this year. So it didn't matter what time I bought them, they would still be the same age. So they'll mature by about next spring. Off they'll go. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Just out
How
of
is life
curiosity,
treating you?
I don't know, because I want to see. Now that's interesting. So the money that we paid for those pigs hasn't gone into her
See you
pockets,
soon.
which means I can't sell her more flax. Now there is a herbalist now, so I could sell off the rest of this flax to the herbalist. I mean, I should really be building like a 16 by 16 farm, but with just one
Be
farmer, I think
welcomed,
we're going to struggle.
stranger.
Right, I am going to sell you what's left of my flax seeds. It says another 354.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. I think what I might do, I mean, I'm just a bit concerned about the animal feed, to be honest. I mean, we've got two piglets, and I put quite a bit of animal feed in there. But I don't think we're at the point of producing our own. I've got some rye. I haven't said that we did. I think these will get harvested next season, so I think we might be okay. At a push, I might have to come back and get some more. So, yeah, it probably doesn't make sense to buy any unless I specifically need it. I mean, Murphy's Law. I'll get all the way back to the village, and it'll say you've run out of animal feed. So that's where we're heading now, just to wrap things up. Because yeah, but a bit disappointing in terms of the quests, I must admit. I could have done with, well, I mean, if we'd done more of those quests, we at least would have progressed the diplomacy skill, I suppose. Would have get more like Dynasty Reputation, which helps you to recruit more actual people. Because I have actually run into a limit where I didn't have enough Dynasty Reputation and I couldn't hire anybody else. But I just want to make sure that this field's finally finished. So he's still got to put some fertilizer there, and he's still got to harvest the last of those onions. There's all the fertilizer needs to go down there. Now The only thing that's left is to put rye in. I can't remember what time of the season that rye goes. It needs to get grown, but hopefully we can get back in time because it's still early morning. Well, now coming to the end of this season, I did manage to get back in time, and we did manage to help plant the cabbages, for example. So they're all planted. He's been busy just putting the fertilizer in, but this is all now done. We're still waiting for these to get harvested. And then we've got our flax fields all ready to go again for next year. So it was really the cabbages I was more interested in, because all of those ones that we got before, I've now just dumped them into the, well, on the floor inside of that food storage, because then we'll get a lot more fertilizer next year. But I must admit, we've got quite a bit of gold out of that, so I'm quite pleased with that. And we've now got 2 little pigs. We don't have 3 little pigs, we've just got 2 little pigs, but they're all sitting in here. Well, they've gone to sleep by now. Yeah, they've gone to sleep now. So we've got, still on 57%, so that's not too bad. So I think we might be able to get through into the next season, because this is our road, so we've already got rye. So if we can get that, it's easy to get the hold of the straw, so we should be able to start feeding those and keep them fed ourselves. So, I suppose, where do we go from here? Well, in terms of, this is a bit of a struggle, I must admit. I could probably do with another farmer to help with these fields, especially in the spring. I mean, I had to help him out, and he really struggled, I think, on his own. Although, to be fair, one of the problems that I found was that we just keep running out of things. I had to make quite a lot of bags, because he'd use them all up, and those ones that we're making, they just don't last. So could we? I don't think we're at the point where I can build a sewing hut, can we? Oh, we could build a sewing hut. So that's tempting, actually, because then if we build one of those, I can get somebody to just keep making the bags for us. So that could actually be useful if we go down that path. Yeah, my stomach's grumbling. I can hear it. It's getting late. So I think, yes, I am tempted now to get ourselves a sewing hut. But of course, that's all for another episode.